Well, hello, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day it is when you're catching me. I am Linda Ibelis, and I am joined today by my client, Dr. Alex Rosa. Let's put her on the screen. Hey, Dr. Alex, how are you?
Hi, I'm amazing. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. Of course. Dr. Alex is the founder and owner of Vita Hydration. And she's also a consultant for anybody who has a wellness practice and would like to add IV drip or IV hydration services to their business model. And today she's here because we're talking about her $25,000 cash
Yeah.
in 6 weeks. First
Yes.
of all, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been in a state of bliss as we were talking bliss, girl.
I know. And um, what I love about the kind of business that I have is that some of my clients are coaches, some of my clients are brick and mortar. Like I have women in business. Um, a coach of mine told me a while back that women in business was too broad of a niche. No, if you're a woman in business, get in here,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, but what I also discovered is that many of my clients who haven't found their way yet in how to launch their business model come in and think like, well, I have to coach.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that that was you were in those weeds. You were walking around those weeds for a while, but I want you to tell your story. So for everyone who's watching, Dr. Alex has been working with me for several years now. And when she first came to me, she literally had a $5,000 sale 24 hours after talking to me on our sales call, which was ridiculous and insane because she had never even sold anything. You had a $500 package then, but had you
Yeah.
sold it?
No, girl, I had like $500, $20, this, that, all the things, and nothing. Yeah.
When I met Dr. Alex, I went down her little rabbit hole and I was
Yeah.
like, you're charging people $50 for a call? Yeah. How many people are paying you for this call? Nobody. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you have a $500 program. I think it was like 8 weeks. And I was
It
like,
might
well,
have been, yeah.
how many people paid for this? She's like, nobody. So she went from having a $500 program that no one bought
Mm-hmm.
to a $5,000 sale just by being activated.
Mm-hmm.
And then she started working with me. And that month, she had a $20,000 month.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so grateful that you're here and you're willing to have this conversation because it's vulnerable, right? And it's not a confessional. But from that time that you had that $20,000 sale, it was months and months and months. You would have sales calls. People would say yes, then they would ghost. Tell us about that. Looking back now, what do you think was causing this issue with sales?
Yeah. So even going back to where you started and where you were talking about women in business, I truly don't feel like a woman in business up until now because I've really like claimed that. I've really stepped into that. And I was just doing all the things. We've had conversations about this before where I just felt like I was doing because I'm you that's been my whole life is doing this and doing that, surviving, just getting through. And I
Hold
had
on. Let me stop you right there
Mhm.
because you have doctor before your name.
Yeah.
And many people are like, well, how could she be saying this? How could she be saying that she was just surviving and getting through?
Mm,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, women at six figures are paying all the bills, taking on all this, also don't know how to manage money because it's the first time
Correct.
they've ever made this much money,
Correct.
right? Like, all of that was true for you.
Mhm.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was just like,
Yeah.
we're talking about Dr.
No.
Alex was struggling.
Yes. Yeah, surviving. And it wasn't until recently that it fully hit me how much in survival mode I had been all these years throughout the 2 decades that I've been in healthcare and even in the last couple years now where I've been a woman in business where I had the 500 here and the 50 here and the $20 here. And so when I did start to generate revenue from the things that I was doing, I just had no clue how to manage it, handle it, hold it, be with it, feel safe with it. I just was so overwhelmed with the amount of success that I was having. And I hadn't caught up to, holy shit, I'm Dr. Alex. Like, this is all of me. These are all these different parts of me. And it took me working with you over all of these years till just recently. And I have no issues about saying that, because it's only been recently where I've felt this bliss and this complete safety and this security and this knowing of, like, I'm fucking Dr. Alex, and I am successful now. I have choices now. I have options now. And that's just a little bit. I don't want to go too into more of that, but yeah.
I'm trying to pop some popcorn right now and just like, this is so good.
Yeah.
Because this is, let me silence my phone. I'm sorry. This is the conversation that a lot of women are still ashamed to have. They're like, I want to share my success, but I don't want to share where I was limping. I don't want to share where I was struggling. That's the part that another woman needs to be reflected. Like, we need to be a mirror for that. So I want to ask you, because there are things that you're saying right now that are part of our industry, the personal development space and the coaching space, that you didn't say before. Like, I didn't know how to have it, hold it, feel safe with it. All of that sounds very woo-woo.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds like you're fucking with the woo. But really, what does it mean to you, for anybody that's like, what the hell does that mean? She didn't feel safe with money, or how to have it, or how to hold it. What does that mean to you? You have to describe it. Like, how does feeling safe with money feel like? What would you describe that for yourself as?
So for me, it was, before, I would feel so much anxiety. I would feel so much fear. I would feel so much overwhelm. I would make impulsive decisions. I would want to not face things, even though things would be like looking good in my bank account. I still wouldn't want to like look at it. And there was nobody that I could talk to about this, because there's no other person in healthcare that I knew or that I was connected with that would relate to these feelings of anxiety or fear I was having. They would probably just tell me, and actually things that I had heard, like, girl, you're doing so good, or you should be happy you got all that, or oh my God, like all of those things that I was not feeling about myself at all. And now that I have this language around it, because then too, I didn't even know what to say about it. I didn't know any of the things to say about it. I didn't know how I was feeling.
But you did feel, one thing that you did know was that maybe you didn't have the word for it, but it was shameful. Like, I don't want to talk to anybody about this. I don't know how to describe it. But if people really knew what's going on in my bank account, they would judge me.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I had so much shame, so much guilt, like all the types of guilt, mom guilt, like woman guilt, partner guilt, all the things I was dealing with. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that, because what's coming up for me right now is the thing that, I mean, I don't love that this happens to my clients, but obviously this is why they come to me. So I'm glad that they find me, but I'm not happy that this happens to every high achieving woman of color. And why I want to add the descriptor at the end of woman of color, because I am a woman of color. I'm Hispanic, and Hispanic, Black, brown people that have immigrant parents, people that are marginalized communities, or, we are always taught by our culture and our social groups that when you get more degrees, when you get more achievements, when you get more certifications, when you have more preparation, that's going to get you more pay. So we know, women of color, we know how to check off achievements: associate degree, bachelor's degree, master's, doctorate degree, good job, great hospital. We're going to seek the place with the best benefits. Oh, got benefits for our family. We got this. Oh, they match my 401k. And we're doing all these things. And then we're like, how come my bank account doesn't match? I'm doing all the things. I have all the certifications. I have all the education. What more can I go after? PhD? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, for me, it was, I wrote a book. I did a TED Talk. I have a degree. What? It's not turning into money. And I did it at 40. I went back to school at 40. I know you got your PhD also when you were 40, right? So like we do these things because we believe wholeheartedly when I get that PhD, everything is going to change.
Everything.
But we have been conditioned to believe that hard work, because it's part of our culture. If you put in the work, and our moms tell us all sorts of fuckery that does not work for us today.
Yeah.
Even in relationships, my mom used to tell me, Linda, men mature after 40. Just give them a chance. To keep whooping my ass and cheating on me? Really?
Yeah.
Like, I literally heard my mom say, Linda, you're married. Do you know how many women are not married? Like, that's a big value for Hispanic people, right? Like, oh, I'm married. I should be grateful, right? So we do all these things. You're a high achieving woman and you're watching this conversation right now. I want you to put the mirror up and be like, whoa, yes, me too. I'm chasing all the accolades, all of the awards, all the, little achievements. And it wasn't adding up to money in your bank account, because being the woman that completes achievements and has accolades, that's a doing. But being the woman that can make that kind of money has nothing to do with achievements and accolades. It's all about an identity work. And how many times did you hear about identity and you were like, I'm so tired of hearing that I don't have the identity. What the fuck is it? How can I do it? Did you ever feel that way?
Girl, I didn't even know what the fuck it was. I was like, what are these people talking about? I had no clue. I had no clue, because when I first started way back, and this was even before I had met you and started working with you, when I had got this idea, this feeling, this something, this like pull of like, I'm fucking tired of working in the hospital. I'm fucking tired of clocking in, clocking out, asking for time off. I'm tired of, missing time with my kids and the birthdays and the holidays. I'm fucking tired of this. I want to do something else. I know there's other things that I could be doing. I didn't know what they were, but I was like, there's something else. And that's when I started YouTube University. I love YouTube. And I started looking up things about female entrepreneurship. That's really how I started learning about it. And I had nobody, again, in my life that I could talk to about it, or that I even knew that was doing anything. And then even specifically somebody that was in healthcare, because I had always associated, healthcare, you got to work in the hospital, you got to work for a doctor's office, a system or something. You couldn't ever do anything really on your own. So when I started looking at that, I started seeing all these possibilities and all these other options. All the options that now I talk about with my students, because I still teach full time on top of all these other things that I do. I still teach full time. So I tell my students about all these other opportunities and ways that you are who you are, how you can apply that to something else that you can offer and serve other people with. So it's just been from that to learning all the different stages along the way and living that and going through all of that. And you got to fall and you got to bust up your knees and your elbows and your chin and all that. You got to go through all of that to get to all these iterations, all these evolutions of yourself. And it's like, now I'm here. I'm still going places too, honey. So it's not stopping. But it's just, I had no idea what identity was or any of that other stuff. It was so just like this going over my head, because I wasn't ready to receive that or understand or truly internalize what that was.
Absolutely. Two things. It's always mind-boggling to me how everyone thinks that success is like, well, I hired a mentor and I'm going to be successful. You hired a mentor, all of your limiting beliefs are going to pop up, all of your excuses are going to pop up. You're going to fight against yourself. You're going to make $20,000 in sales, and then you're going to hit your own invisible glass ceiling like you did, and you're going to spin out there. Can I do this again? Was this a fluke? And then we create that. We create it. Since we're not focused on creating opportunities and we're focused on our fear, we literally create more fear. And so that's number one. Like, why do people think that they're going to be successful without scraping their knees? They're going to get there like, this is not working. Or, oh, this is my favorite one. You're pissing me off. I'm so triggered. Let's talk about, I'm going to ask you, has there ever been a time that I said something that pissed you off and you were like, fuck Linda. I'm not
Oh,
doing this. But did you
you
ever feel that way?
No, I have never felt upset, angry, pissed off. I've never felt that way through every like hard conversation we've ever had. I've never ever felt that from you.
That is, I was like, I'm gonna ask her the amount of times that I
Yeah.
have heard, and you haven't been one of these people, but the amount of times that people who pay me
Yeah.
will open up their mouth to say, Linda's not for everyone. I'm for you.
Yeah.
What makes you the authority of telling other people Linda's not for everyone? Did you
Mhm.
ever feel like I can't refer Linda to someone because they might not like her?
No, I have never ever felt that way, and I find it and wait years back when we had first started working together, and you had in one of our sessions, it was in one of the group containers, you were speaking about how people project themselves and like try to introduce you in a certain type of way, but they're projecting it from like their perspective of like who you are, of like how they perceive you. And it was really interesting to me because I didn't even think about that. I didn't experience you that way. I didn't see you that way. But then, even when you went on to explain that, it put a thing in me to think about when I'm out in the world and being with other people. And then also what people would think about me, or God, I wonder what somebody would say about me to somebody else. Because I know for me, like, honey, I don't look like your traditional doctor. I sure don't talk like them. I don't look like them. I don't practice like them. So then I even wonder, like, what are people saying about me? But then I'm like, fuck, I don't care because I'm for who I am. And if you love it, you love it. Come on.
I love that because thank you for saying that. I was like, it's very interesting to me the amount of women who are actually Hispanic who hire me and then get triggered, get passive aggressive, all
Mm-hmm.
sorts of stuff. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, what are we doing? If we get triggered, we're supposed to stay in that feeling and get activated to make a move and change.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for sharing that because I didn't know what you were gonna say. I was ready for you to be like, girl, you pissed me off so many times. But
No, no, no.
um I love that. And I'm just I'm gonna say here right now that that is actually an awesome trait. I can honestly say that I've worked with people, with coaches who are full of fire, who say super polarizing, crazy shit, who curse, who make the craziest comparisons, sexual analogies, call people stupid in
Mhm.
their containers in the sake of personal development. And I've never been like, if he ever calls me stupid, I'm fucking cussing him out. Like, like, I don't know if it's because I grew up Hispanic and they don't mean that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's like, honey, if you grew up in my household, you would never be triggered about that. You
Right,
actually like it.
right.
I don't know. But like, I've never ever left a coach because they triggered me
Mhm.
or was upset. I've never said those things. And I think it's very important to note that if you're going to have success and transformation, even if you do feel triggered, for you to be able to recognize, I'm feeling triggered right now. There's no way my coach could know why her words or his words are feeling like an attack.
Mm.
But I'm
Mhm.
feeling like it's an attack. Where's that coming from? And then if you actually want to grow, you can ask for clarification.
Mhm.
Or hey, I'm feeling this way when you say this thing. But um, I'm so glad I asked you.
I did
And
wanna I did wanna add something to that.
mhm,
Um, I really think that also a person has to look at themselves and kind of check their level of maturity, because if you're going to go into a relationship with a mentor or somebody else, you have to go in knowing, like, if this person gives a shit about me, they're going to be saying some things to me. It's not all going to be roses all the time. And so I think you have to check in with yourself and be like, okay, I do have a level of maturity where if somebody's communicating something to me, whether it's criticism, critique, guidance, whatever it might be, however, whatever word you want to use for it, because it all means kind of the same thing.
mhm.
how am I going to receive that? How am I going to take that? Am I going to be defensive and just not want to receive that in the way that it's being presented to me? Because one of the things that I really love and admire about you is your honesty with things, your straightforwardness, just because it comes from your heart and because you care so much. So I think if you're not a certain level of maturity as a woman, you're not going to be able to receive that. And I think that's probably one of my like greater gifts, powers that I have, is like I can really receive a lot of that information, a lot of that critique, that mentoring that somebody's going to be giving me, and I can take what I want from it and not get butthurt about it.
I love that. What you're describing is emotional intelligence.
Mm.
EQ, your emotional quotient. And I think
Mhm.
all of that is true. I have zero to add to it. If I keep talking, I'm going to mess up what you said. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Emotional intelligence is so key. Now, yesterday, you're currently my client, so you're in both my masterminds, because if you're in the power table, you have access to anything else that I do.
Mhm.
And in both groups, I mentioned that my clients make money not because Linda taught them the most amazing business strategies. It's literally identity work.
Mhm.
Because I have realtors, I have therapists, I have doctors, and then I have coaches. Like, I have all sorts of women in my containers.
Mhm.
And I said, there are women that come to me thinking they need how to make my coaching business grow or how to sell. But what they really need is how to be the woman that can have that business, that can make that money. And I know we started the conversation talking about identity work. And I know you said it was recently, but what do you have like a specific thing where you were like, oh, it's clicking for me? I don't need more sales strategies. I know how to do this shit. It's this woman that I need to become.
Mhm. It really was. It really was the acceptance of, yeah, I can do all of these things. It was the acceptance of, Alex, you don't have to do all those things. That
Mm,
really was it, because like just up until recently, I was still trying to do, well, not trying, because I was doing it. I'm doing all these different things and it's like, yeah, I can. But when I really started thinking about it, and I'm like, if I really, really am like, what do you love to do? Like, what is like your jam? Like, what is happening? It's the IV hydration. It's all the things around it, the events and meeting people and doing the infusions and making videos about it and speaking about it. That's all the things. And then naturally from that, all the other things that I'm amazing at just flow from that. So for me, it was just being like, stop. You stop doing all the things, girl. Just because you can, you have to stop. And it goes with like the whole high achiever, like, let me do X, Y, and Z and A, B, and C, banana split, all the things. Like, because that's how, again, I had been living my entire life like that. And I said, girl, stop it. Stop it, girl. You're 43. And that's enough.
stop it.
Stop it.
Um, you said feeling safe with money.
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever had $25,000 at once in your bank account? Ever in your entire 43 years?
No, never. Never, never, never.
And before you had $25,000, you weren't feeling safe with getting your paycheck in a lump sum.
Oh, no, never. Yeah.
I know you told me, hey, because you mentioned that you teach. For those that are watching,
Mhm.
she teaches at a university, and Dr. Alex had reached out to me about, hey, I'm gonna get my summer pay, and it's gonna be a lump sum, and I want to share with you, when instead of being happy that I'm gonna get all this money at once, I recognized all these fears. Can we explain a little bit about that? Because feeling safe with money is a real thing.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, because I saw like this amount of money, and that's what happened with all the other times where I would get like a good amount of money and I just be like, "Oh my god, it's going to get taken from me. It's going to disappear out of my account. Somebody's going to take it from me." Or this and this is going to happen and it's not going to be there. Just like all these fears, all these scenarios, all these things. And some of them, as we've spoken about together, some of them legitimately are past experiences that I had where things have happened to my account, or things have been threatened against my account, and all of that. So they were very real experiences that were coming up for me, but I didn't know you had taught me about the self-coaching model, and I had never had anybody teach me about that before. And I'm like, CTFAR, I'm CTFAR in myself. So I would start to catch myself as soon as these feelings and thoughts start. It would always start as a feeling though. First, I would always get that, and then I'd catch myself. And then I would be able to kind of redirect myself a little bit. And then I would always reach out to you for that little extra oomph that I would need to kind of work through it, or, just go into it a little bit deeper. And I just never felt safe. I never felt secure. I never felt comfortable, just always anxious, and just not any good feelings that were helping my financial health or my physical health.
And thanks for sharing that, because people don't know what it feels like. They don't know how to describe it, right?
Mhm.
And just like anxiety or panic attacks, guys, I'm not a doctor, but I did get many panic attacks in my 30s. We always feel the feeling. But panic attacks don't start with a feeling. They start with the subconscious thoughts of panic and impending doom. And
Mhm.
that's when you get a panic attack. And also, every feeling that you have began with a thought. The
Mhm.
thought is what
Mhm.
created the feeling, and the feeling made you take an action or not an action,
Mhm.
and you got a result or a lack of a result.
Yeah.
And so, but we don't think like that. We don't even, because we have so many thousands of thoughts per day.
Mhm.
We have no way of even knowing the subconscious ones that we have.
Mhm.
So as soon as you saw the money in the account, a thought came through that you didn't even think consciously, and then the anxiety came. Is it going to be there? Is it going to get taken? Is someone going to put a lien on it? Am I going to have whatever? Is the IRS coming after me? Well, whoever.
Yeah.
Right? Because we have past experiences. I don't invalidate people's experiences, because I'm like, I hate when people are like, you're creating a story. No, baby, I don't have any stories about being a Hispanic woman. I have been a Hispanic woman all my life. I promise you, it's not a story. It's a real experience.
Correct. Yep.
Right? So I get you that you had real experiences because of the way that you managed your money before or whatever, right? And then you called me and you're like, I just had to share with you that for the first time in my life, I caught myself spiraling about seeing that money. And then yesterday or the day before, I was on the phone with you while I was driving, and I'm like, what does your husband think about $25,000 in a month cash? Because neither one of you have seen this much money at once. And you were like, he's just shocked.
Yeah, it is. It's like, it's shocking. And even like my mom, I'm very close with my mom, and it's like, no way, you did that. What? And like, I share it, I tell my students, I celebrate with my students, and I let my students know, and they're just like, you what? Like, no way. And for me, I mean, I'm living it now, but like for me, like way back when I started, when I started learning about when you did different types of consulting and stuff like that, how much people were charging for that, for their expertise. And I was like, no, like, nah, ain't nobody from my neighborhood doing that. Like, no. And it's like, it's real, it's happening. And now I'm in all of that. I am that. And it's very unbelievable to a lot of people. And I do still believe that it very much goes against, especially for me, and I come from, medical background, health, like talking about money is still very in a lot of circles, and it rubs people the wrong way. And those were a lot of beliefs that I had to bust through, a lot of identities that I had to bust through over the years with you with that. So it's been a lot. It's been a lot.
Has your mom, I know my mom, but I'm going to ask you about your mom. Has your mom been like protective, like, don't tell people that you make this much money?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Right. And it's like, our parents love us. They're not hating on us or trying to stop us from a negative perspective. They literally feel like, I'm protecting you. That's our parents projecting their money fears on us. Right. And so we have to recognize that and talk to like me, Dr. Alex, and all of my clients. We don't have people in our regular life that we can talk to about this. So we join spaces coaching spaces where we find our real sisterhood and we can talk about this. And it's like, oh my God, girl, thanks for confirming this, because my mom too. And it's not that my mom is being a hater or my mom is, it's just like they come from a totally different generation. And what you and I do is impossible to our parents. They can't, they don't know anyone else in their life that's doing this. And you're their kid. It's like a cognitive dissonance. Like, this is my kid. How do I have a kid that makes this much money? For example, when I told my mom that I was going to Tampa next week to receive $1 million award, there was an extra long silence. She's 81. She didn't know what to do with that. It's not that she wasn't happy for me. It's unbelievable to her. Like, when you haven't experienced that, when that's not your normal, you don't even know what to say. It's like you're in shock. Then you're like, oh, congratulations. Are you sure? Like, you're going to tell people you make that much money, and then they go into their protective mode because they're your parent. And what you do, Alex, and what I do is not normal. And so when we do these things and we don't celebrate it for ourselves, I'm always like, how does it feel? Celebrate it, anchor it in. Because when we are used to achieving things, we just achieve like we did. Degrees, certifications, accolades. And we don't celebrate it. We act like this is normal. We are not normal. We are not. What you and I do is not normal.
Is not,
It's abnormal.
It is abnormal. And there's a couple of things. Like, first, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
And when you are speaking about like the normal and abnormal, girl, I use that all the time when I'm talking about health, because so many people are used to living they're abnormal. Because they're very sick. A lot of people are like, the bar is so fucking low for people these days. Like, the standard is so low for people. Like, they're just barely surviving. Like, they're not really like living. And so the bar is so low. So the abnormal has become very normalized for a lot of people. And when I think about that with myself, and I was just telling you this the other day, like, these conversations that I've been having with kind of like regular, everyday people, that we're having conversations with, I'm telling them about, I do this and I do this, and I'm consulting, and I'm doing telehealth, and I'm doing the IV hydration, and I'm teaching, and they're like, how you got 3 kids? And it's like, how are you like doing all of this? Like, they're literal, like, it's like explosion in their brain. Like, they can't comprehend. And then for me, it's like, I've always like been doing all the things my entire life. So that abnormality to them, it's so normalized to me. And it was like, girl, you got to check yourself. Like, that's enough with all of that. And nothing that I'm ever going to do ever is going to be normal. It's always going to be like spectacular and amazing, just because that's who I am. Like, it's never going to be just like the bare minimum basic. Okay. But it's like, there's a time to like just be like, okay, I'm good now. I'm good. And just really sit into that. Yeah.
You know what this reminded me of? When I got my degree at 40, and my kids were little. I was going through my divorce. I was broker than broke. Like, if you looked up broke in the dictionary, it's going to be a picture of me there. And my friend comes to my graduation. I graduated cum laude. And my friend used to be like, you graduated cum laude? I graduated, oh, Lordy, I barely made it.
Oh my gosh.
But my good friend said to me at the graduation, Linda, I can't believe you graduated with honors. And a part of me got pissed right away. I got defensive because I wasn't this Linda that I am now. So I said, what do you mean you can't believe I graduated with honors? Like, I'm dumb? And she was like, no, that you have so much going on in your life. You have a full-time job. You are struggling financially, all this, and you still prioritize your education, and you graduated with honors. I was like, oh, because I was normalizing abnormal stuff back then.
For real.
Because of the high achiever in me. This conversation could go on forever, but I know you have to go pick up your little boy.
Yeah, my little one.
Real quick, what have I left out? What would you like to tell a woman that is is a doctor, is by all stretches of
Mm.
the imagination, is successful. And she knows that she doesn't feel successful, that there's another level of something in her that she hasn't tapped into. I don't know. Is there anything you want to say to someone that was in your shoes 3 years ago, that's in your shoes today that you were 3 years ago?
Yeah, I think so much of what it is just knowing is like you've done all the things. Like, girl, you know all the things. You've done all the things. It's time to know yourself.
Mm.
Time to know yourself. And it's to have somebody like you or to have a mentor to walk with you as you're discovering who she is. Like, I just want to thank you.
Oh, love you, girl. I love you.
Made it to the very end.
Girl, you're with me forever. I don't care. You're going to have to do whatever you need to do because you're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
And I
No,
love when
it's
you just scratch your eyes because like you're ringing
like,
and cry a little bit more so you can just show
ah,
everyone.
get a little closer to the camera, you know.
No, it's my hand. It's my sleeve.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's been so fun. It's been so fun. It's been so amazing. And it's nothing that you're going to like go to school for, girl. Like you've been through enough school. You've been through enough certifications. Like there ain't no school that is going to teach you how to be yourself.
Come on. Mic drop. There is no school that's going to teach you how to be yourself. And you have to invest in yourself to find out, the same way that you gave that money to that university.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
You.
Oh my gosh. Like if you like when I think about it, and I'm like, damn, like all the education, all like, and it's not even like what you spend on, like if we're like talking about like a degree specifically, it's not even like what you spend on the school books. It's not even what you spend on your fucking notebooks and your pens and your laptop and tuition. It's not even none of that. It's your time. The time you spent studying, the time you spent at classes, all of that. Ooh, I'm going to get emotional again.
All that time you gave, you're not getting back.
Yeah.
You can make more money.
Yeah.
You can't make more time.
Exactly.
I love you so much. I love you so much. We're at the end of our conversation. Dr. Alex also consults with other people who have medical wellness practices or any nurse who's considering, I would like to get into this. Tell us a little bit about that, where people can find you, and we're close. It's a wrap.
Yeah. So I do have my own mobile IV hydration business, Vida Hydration Therapy. And so I do I love events. I love festivals, events, all types of private parties. Those are my jam. That's what I love doing. But I've also noticed that there are so many people other healthcare professionals. So whether you're a nurse, doctor, health expert, and you're looking to add IV hydration to what you've already got going on, or if you're looking at like, this is something that I really want to do for myself and you want to launch and start something up, I love consulting on all of that. So I do offer consulting based around that. And you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. I'm on all the places. Just look up Dr. Alex Rosa, look up Vida Hydration Therapy, VIDA Hydration Therapy, and you'll find me. And just when you go on there, just be like, hey, I saw your interview with Linda, and we could take it from there.
Absolutely. And this is being live streamed simultaneously to YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook. So wherever you're watching this, comment in there, and Dr. Alex will see you, or I will see it, and I'll get you connected. Alex, thank you so much. It is my pleasure, my biggest pleasure, to work with women like you, like my women, Hispanic women, bilingual women, women making big things, abnormal women. In the best way possible. Normalize for us. It's normal, and it's normal at the power table to do this. It's not normal in your regular life. So come over here so we can normalize big money in the hands of women.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here today, Alex. I'll see you later. Thank you, everyone, for watching.